terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai.
Fox 26's Domely Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domely.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City, but according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
Yo, what's up guys? Back again with another video for the Passport Bros. First and foremost, please hit that like, comment, subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot and I appreciate it very dearly. Now, we got this video today of this Western woman that went out to Dubai and found out exactly where she's at. She went over to Dubai and screamed at a man that I guess she was arguing. We don't really understand why they were arguing, but what we do know is she broke the law. She was screaming at a man, and now she's facing charges, and they're holding her in jail over there in a foreign country, in Dubai, which is not somewhere you would want to be. And this is what Passport Bros have been saying. These passport sisters that believe that they can go overseas with the same mentality in which they have here in the West, in the States, and think everything's going to be perfectly fine, are sadly mistaken. You cannot bring that Western mindset overseas to these foreign countries where there's new laws, new restrictions, new rights, some of these countries less rights, less freedom. All these different things are going to change. So if you're changing your environment, doesn't it also make sense to change your behavior? Doesn't it make sense to change your behavior in order to adapt to this change of environment? Because that's what the Passport Bros are doing. One quick break, guys. I just wanted to introduce to you the free money making guide to become a passport bro and sustain your lifestyle overseas. How to make money as a passport bro working remotely. Get your guide now. Join the community. The link is in the description below and in the comment section as well. Let's get this money, guys. Passport bros go to these other countries. We try our best to abide by the law, abide by the environment, the laws, the rules, the unspoken rules. We come with respect for their land because we understand the very structure and unspoken rule that when you're in someone else's house, you abide by their rules. As the saying goes, my house, my rules. but not according to these Western women. They would say, regardless of whose house it is, they're supposed to abide to their wishes, their desires, that of the Western woman. As if they control the environment in which they're traveling to, when they're merely just a guest, a visitor in another environment, in a new environment completely, and they operate as if they own the environment and that they can control the environment, even though that is not your environment to begin with. And you have no authority whilst in that environment. And this is the reason why they end up in these types of situations. These strong and independent women that have a lack of respect for men and think less of men and believe that they can harm, manipulate, trick, use men, are bringing that same mentality and behavior overseas. Then go F around and find out. They have found out. Keep your behavior in the West, keep that over there. Don't bring that stuff over here, because they will lock you up. And a lot of these other countries view different crimes differently. Something that might be considered jaywalking or, public misconduct, which is a relatively, minor offense here in the US, in the United States. Public misconduct or something like jaywalking is something that is very minor here in the US. Most places will not arrest you for jaywalking. They'll give you a ticket, they'll send you about your way. It depends on how you do it. But that is subject to change when you're in a different environment, aka a different country, overseas. Jaywalking or disorderly conduct or public misconduct in another country is going to elicit a different set of rules and a different set of punishments. So with that being said, something as simple as minor as public or disorderly conduct in one of these foreign countries, they might not give you a slap on the wrist. They might view that minor crime as something that is a big deal, a big thing, that which requires big punishments. They might give you 5 to 10 years in jail, in prison, just for jaywalking or disorderly conduct or public misconduct, something as simple as that. And you have to be aware of these things and be aware of your behavior. That way you don't fall into these types of situations and end up like this woman here. And this is going to continue to happen until these women start to understand that you can't bring that same stuff wherever you go. However you operate in the West, in the States, that is the only place you can operate like that. Don't bring that same mindset and ideals into another territory that is the complete opposite of the States. Especially a very religious country, a very Muslim, highly religious country like Dubai, where their religious practice is just as important like the law itself. And doing anything to go against their religion or break the law is something that is a very major, important, and strict offense. So us passport bros should use this story, this situation as an example to not only educate ourselves, but to educate others as well. That when you do travel to these other countries, be on your P's and your Q's. Behave yourself. Be disciplined. Be nice. Be respectful. Be kind. Be courteous. But also look out for yourself. Try your best to understand the rules of the land, as well as the unspoken rules, so you don't end up in a bad situation. So with that being said, guys, they will shame, they will blame, but they cannot contain, because the passports will forever reign. If it ain't foreign, it's boring. If it ain't foreign, I'm ignoring. Passport bros, we up. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, guys.